Hi, 7th graders. Sorry the rain kept you from coming and visiting the library today. So your teacher asked me to send over a box of books for you and to go ahead and do a YouTube video for you as well. So this month we are focusing on some teen mysteries that we have here at the library, and actually I'm sending them over in your box. You can choose one of them, or I went ahead and picked a whole bunch of other books as well. The first book I'm going to feature today is called The Color of the Sun. It is by David Almond. It is a 4.1 level book worth 5 points. One hot summer evening, only weeks after his father's death, Davy steps out in his front door, but a seemingly ordinary day takes on an air of mystery and tragedy. So, take a look at The Color of the Sun. The next book is I Am Still Alive by Kate Alice Marshall. It is an upper grade level book, 4.6 level and 12 points. With only her father's dog for company, Jess must forage, hunt for food, build shelter, and keep herself warm. Some days it feels like the wild is out to destroy her, but she's stronger than she realized. That's I Am Still Alive. Ink by Alice Broadway, a upper grade level book at a 5.4 worth 12 points. Insane Stone, everyone gets tattoos, recording their deeds from birth until death. The ink and the ink every other citizen know their triumphs as well as their sins. So when Lenora's father dies and she sees a glimpse of a symbol of a horrible crime. Ink. To Catch a Killer by Cheryl Scarborough. This is a middle grade plus book at a 4.7 level worth 13 points. When Erin discovers the body of her biology teacher, she begins her own investigation into the murder of her mother when Erin was just a toddler. To Catch Killer. Lock and Key, The Initiation. This is the first book in this series by Riley Pearson. It's a middle grade book at a 4.9 level worth 10 points. Two roommates are forced to work together to solve the mystery of the missing Bible at their elite boarding school. Hero and villains are united, twisting the plot of the story of Sherlock Holmes into a modern tale. Steeple Jack by A.J. Hartley. This is again the first book in this series. It's a middle grade plus at a 6.1 level worth 16 points. Repairing roof fixtures in an alternate world, 17-year-old Angelette investigates the death of an apprentice while carrying her sister's baby against a backdrop of racial tensions and political secrets. And that is Steeple Jack. The next book is Skink No Surrender by Carl Hyacin. This is a middle grade plus at a 5.2 level worth 9 points. With the help of an eccentric ex-governor, a teenage boy searches for his missing cousin in the Florida wilds. Skink No Surrender. Picture Me Gone by Meg Rosehoff is a middle grade plus book at 4.8 level, 7 points. 12-year-old Mila travels with her father to upstate New York to visit friends and family who may lead them to clues to the whereabouts of her father's best friend who has gone missing. Picture Me Gone. From Norvelt to Norwell by Jack Gantos, a middle grade book at a 6 level, 10 points. After an explosion, a new crime by an old murderer, and the sad passing of the founder of Norvelt, PA, 12-year-old Jack accompanies his elder mentor, Miss Volker, on a cross-country run as she pursues the oddest of outlaws. Kaleidoscope Eyes by Jen Bryant. Middle grade level of a 5.6 worth 5 points. In 1968, with the Vietnam War raging, 13-year-old Liza inherits a project from her deceased grandfather, who had been using his knowledge of maps and his geography of Liza's New Jersey hometown to locate the lost treasure of Captain Kidd. Kaleidoscope Eyes. Always Watching by Brandolyn Collins. It's a middle grade plus book at a 3.7 level worth 6 points. This is the first book in this series. When a murder occurs after one of her famous mother's rock concerts, 16-year-old Shaylee tries to help the police find the killer and to determine whether her long-lost father has some connection to the crime. The co-author is Amberly Collins, and that is Always Watching. Phoning a Dead Man. This is by Gillian Cross. It is an upper grade level at 4.6 and worth 10 points. When John, a British demolish expert, is supposedly killed blowing up a building in Siberia, his fiancée Annie insists on investigating despite being in a wheelchair. John's teenage sister Haley goes along and finds that the Russian mafia is involved. We have 2 more books. The next book is Rag and Bone Soup by Robert Cormier. I guess it's Rag and Bone Shop. This is an upper grade level book at 5.7 level, worth 4 points. Trent, an ace interrogator from Vermont, works to procure a confession from an introverted, innocent 12-year-old accused of murdering his 7-year-old friend. Rag and Bone Shop. And our last book we're going to talk about today is called The Terrorist. It is by Carolyn B. Cooney. It's a middle grade plus book, a book level of 5.2, and AR points of 6. Laura, an American living in London, tries to find the person responsible for the death of her younger brother, Billy, who was killed in a terrorist building. And that's called The Terrorist. I have lots of other books I'm sending over for you guys today. I just went in and selected some of our teens' favorites from our teen collection. There's about 40 of them there, and you guys can pick through them and see if there's anything that you would like to try out. Your teacher's going to send me your name along with the title, and the item ID of the book, and then I can check them out directly to you. There are a few of you that have some holds, and they have come in, so I'm including them. There's one for Jeremiah Bassett, Ian McGowan, and Ross Wilson, and you guys can get those when they come in the box. There are a couple of you other ones that had some holds, but I was not able to get them for you at this time. So if you place a hold and I didn't mention you, then that means that it hasn't come, or there's some other kind of a problem, maybe with your library card. So if you have any other questions, if you have some requests, have your teacher go ahead and send those requests to me in email, and I'll be sure to get them for you for next month. You guys have a great day, and thanks for joining me for your October book talk. See you next time.